Psalm 17.
Alright, once again, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and blessing to the brothers that push this word in sincerity and in truth. The brother Howard from South Trinidad. I here to do our next video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Hopefully to define. Right, this is an article from Trinidad local newspaper, The Guardian. Right, and the heading says U.S. Navy medical ship to offer service in South Trinidad. The U.S. Embassy has confirmed that the Navy hospital ship USNS Comfort TR-20 will visit Trinidad and Tobago in September. The ship will dock at the lab report and conduct a number of surgeries on board, as well as provide basic medical service in Cedros de Bay, Labrie, and Point 14 to the regional population. Right, so it said that the U.S. Navy ship, they will provide some medical assistance. Yeah. It's like, hold on. My man. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So I care about that. It says so I was saying basically they're gonna do a little medical assistance down in these areas. Now I remember reading an article a couple of years back. A guy went to the dentist, right? He went to the dentist and actually had the article later read, but I would just paraphrase. He went to the dentist, summarize it. He said he to do a filling, I wanna believe, and the surgery took a couple hours. Right? That surgery took a couple hours. When he wake up, his whole body was filling saliva, and they actually implanted a microchip, RFID microchip in him. So I'll go further into this article, then I'll go on to the next one, and then I'll bring a few precepts. Right? It says the visit is part of the ship's 5-month deployment in Latin America and the Caribbean on a medical assistance mission. The United States is committed to increase partner capacity in regional collaboration for medical assistance and disaster relief, a continued high priority for the region, U.S. Ambassador Joseph Mondelo said in a statement as he thanked the government of Trinidad and Tobago for hosting the ship. A medical team for Comfort will be working alongside host nation medical professionals in providing a variety of medical services to adults and children at a medical state, as well as basic surgery care, right, on board Comfort, helping to relieve pressure on national medical system strain by increase in cross-border immigrants, right? So I could stop there for a while. So the assistance they want to bring, all right? The assistance, but the scripture says something different, right? Because Esau basically come to bring no goodness to the so-called blacks, right? Esau come to destroy. right? So this is the book of John chapter 10 and verse 10. It says, the thief cometh not but to steal and kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it abundantly. So Esau, the so-called white man, right? They didn't come to help, right? They didn't come to lend no helping hand, right? The scripture also tell you in the book of Ecclesiasticus, book of Sirach, right? Ecclesiasticus chapter what, 12, 12 and 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness, right? So, and who is the enemy? Right? Esau, the so-called white man, right? Salakia. I'll read it over Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and 10. It says, never trust thine enemies, for less, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness, right? And who are our enemies? These the other nation, right? Esau in particular, mainly, right? Because why Esau broken that brotherly covenant he we had, right? This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 5 and 9. It says, also I said, it is not good that ye not to walk in fear of Yahweh because of the reproach of the heathen, our enemy. So the heathens, the heathen nation, which are the Chinese, the Moabites, Ammonites, Japanese, the East Indians, right? Um, who else? Esau, right? Esau, this the white man, the so-called white man, right? So you can't trust where Esau coming down here with, right? And this in particular here, hey, I don't trust this, right? Through the spirit, I don't trust this, right? So I was saying earlier about the article, right? I had looked up the article, I bounced up an article a couple of years ago, right? Right, so lucky about that again. Just getting a little accustomed to this new screen recorder here, right? This is the heading here. It says man microchip while at dentist. This is an article from 2011. Yeah, 2011, right? It says it says last year retired Scar Scaranto paramedic and firefighter Jesse Beltran says he visited the dentist for what he thought was a standard procedure upon walking nearly 4 hours. Upon waking nearly 4 hours later, unbeknownst to Beltran, he believed an RFID chip had been implanted in his rear area of his mouth, where the lower and upper jaw connect. During a November 2019 interview, Beltran told this writer, a recent girlfriend of mine that was associated with the law enforcement took me to the dentist that I'd never before visited. Without my consent, the dentist used an unusual looking syringe and knocked me out for between 3 to 4 hours. Since I've been in the medical field for over 20 years, I'm familiar with syringes and large gauge needles. Look like the old style equipment that military doctors use. Right? It says the horror got worse. During the procedure, Beltran continued his account. When I regained consciousness 3 to 4 hours later, my entire chest was drenched in saliva. Supposedly, I had received 2 root canals and had 2 teeth capped. But after visiting the different dentists early this year, his X-ray revealed that only 1 root canal had been performed and not crowned, but in place. Right? It says in an extensive portfolio present the AFP, Beltran provides a series of X-ray and MRI scans that showed what appeared to be 2 foreign bodies in the black portion of his mouth. Beltran claimed 2 different doctors had confirmed these results. When asked if he had experienced any physical affliction as a result, Beltran replied, "A former Marine told me that similar RFID chip are used by US military or prisoners in Afghanistan to send and receive information." Right? So this is thus far there's something what they're doing, the implanting the RFID microchip, and this article was quite in 2011. Right? It goes on to say the device is in my mouth is approximately the size of a grain of rice. Right? And depending on the frequency being transmitted, I undergo nausea, vertigo, hearing loss, and swollen glands. Right? So this is what you go through. Right? Depending on the frequency. Right? It says plus because I have a technical background, I can hear a 60 cycle whine. It says to clarify the phenomenon, Beltran explained the 60-second whine is an electrical sound emitting from the device, but with a higher pitch than I hear originating from around my right ear, but not exactly. When Beltran visited the local district attorney with the X-ray, he was told this was done because of something that someone wants or they don't want it to say something. The district attorney then took Beltran about 5B 362 introduced by State Senate Joe Simiton. Right? It says which states that subdural implantation of RFID chip is in the state of California. Right? California will now get an earthquake. California is the state what has passed all these laws. Right? California, the government, the governing body in California, these people passing all kind of laws with no remorse, right? It says against the person consent in is illegal. Government Alan Schwarzenegger signed this legislation in 2017. In 2007. Why would there need to be such a law in the first place unless these procedure let me take off this. Right? Um Unless these procedures were already been informed, asking Beltran the obvious question about this point: why would someone want to implant an RFID device in Beltran's mouth? This is where the story gets airy. Beltran provided an answer in 1991. I was the supervisor of a private ambulance company. Hey, well, I don't need to go into all this, right? If you want to take it, you better go through the article, right? But the main point, I already get the main point, right? So that leads me back. That leads me back to this, right? U.S. Navy medical ship to offer service in Trinidad, in South Trinidad, right? Hey, the only people who will get forward is his two-thirds, right? The ones who think Esau is the friend, the one who want to be in partnership with Esau, the one who always want a hand, want a helping hand from the white man, who always want freeness, But hey, we as men are the Lord who, we always on prophecy, we know what's going on, we know, right? And this how you had to be, through the spirit and power of Hashem Yeshua. It says Job chapter 5 and verse 14. It says, and verse 12, it says, He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, right? And that is for us. Like, hey, but the potential elect, I should say, because I don't know if I was elect, but hey, the men of the Lord will save, right? So this information from since 2011, it's so valuable now because it high on our heads up that hey, it have a high risk that possibility that hey, Esau implanting RFID microchip because there's a surgery going to undergo. They say it's surgery, right? It's a surgical procedure. It says the ship will dock in Labe Port and dock on number of and conduct a number of surgeries, right? So it's surgery so going to do. So yeah, the scripture tell you before, right? And I'll bring it out again. The book of so chapter 12 and 10 it says, Never trust thy enemies, for as iron rusted, so is his wickedness, right? So Esau will always have animosity, right? Evil thoughts towards you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native, you so-called blacks, right? Because why? He's our enemy, and Esau know who he is. You know what I mean? Esau know who he is, right? And why would he try to get a helping hand now? Right? This is Psalms 83. Right? It says, keep not thou silent, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God, for lo thy enemies make a turmoil, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Right? And that is what Esau doing. Esau make crafty counsel. Whoa! Yeah, as I was saying, Esau made crafty counsel against who? Against the children of Israel. All sorts of angle, all sorts of angle. Esau will try to get the children of Israel to go off, right? Even if it's by the way of making it eat pork, through your food, unawares. Hey, but the elect ain't gonna get cut and get caught with the pants down, right? The elect ain't gonna get caught with the pants down. So it says, verse 4. Verse 2 it says, For lo thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. Right? They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Right? The hidden ones are who? The hidden ones is the elect. The ones who you're going to hide from the times to come. So you're going to hide your elect from this. Hey, if it is the really good and try to implant these RFID microchip, it have a possibility. You know the elect ain't gonna get food. So that I wanna give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles of great mercy and rule well, and hopefully this Salakia, this video was edifying. Right? Shalom.